this point in time, I'd like to call this meeting of the Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders to order. Please rise for a moment of silence. Dennis, salute to the flag.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Margaret?
Notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-10, has been complied with and shall be entered into the minutes of this meeting.
Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett Galante.
Here.
Freeholder Delina. Freeholder Polos.
Here.
Freeholder Rios.
Here.
Freeholder Tamaro.
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti.
Here.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Here. At this point in time, we need to deviate from the regular order of business to consider the adoption of the 2012 budget. But first, there's a need for an amendment, and I call upon Joe Paridi to explain that amendment to us, please.
Yes, Freeholders. As you know, we've been awaiting approval from the state to adopt our budget, and this morning we obtained the approval. However, we also learned that due to state budget cutbacks, there's a reduction in our revenue for state inmates of about $500,000, and that reduction is reflected in this amendment.
Okay. And that would be Resolution 12-0448. Okay, I need a motion to add that resolution to the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett Galante.
Yes.
Freeholder Polos.
Yes.
Freeholder Rios.
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro.
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Yes. At this point in time, I'd like to open to the public Resolution 12-0448 only. Anyone from the public to comment on that resolution?
Motion to close.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Ayes have it. I need a motion to adopt resolution number 12-0448 only.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett Galante.
Yes.
Freeholder Polos.
Yes.
Freeholder Rios.
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro.
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Yes. Would the clerk please read the resolution regarding the amendments to the 2012 budget?
Amend 2012 budget, County of Middlesex, New Jersey. Whereas the county budget for the year 2012 was approved on February 17, 2012, and whereas the public hearing on said budget has been held and advertised, and whereas it is desired to amend said approved budget, now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Middlesex that the following amendments to the approved budget of 2012 be made as follows. General revenues. Section 3, miscellaneous revenues. A, local revenues. Custody charges state inmates in county institutions from $611,200 to $122,200. Total Section A, local revenues, from $16,747,885 to $16,258,885. Total miscellaneous revenues from $75,955,000 to $75,466,000. Number 5, subtotal general revenues, items 1, 2, 3, and 4, from $75,955,000 to $75,466,000. Number 7, total general revenues, from $404,421,000 to $403,932,000. Appropriations, correctional and penal, adult correction facility salaries and wages, from $22,979,800 to $22,579,800. Other expenses, from $8,516,495 to $8,427,495. Total correctional and penal, from $38,020,050 to $37,531,050. Total general appropriations, from $404,421,000 to $403,932,000. Be it further resolved that 2 certified copies of this resolution shall be filed forthwith in the office of the Director of the Division of Local Government Services for his certification of the 2012 county budget so amended.
Clerk will read sheets 40 and 41.
Be it resolved by the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Middlesex that the budget hereinbefore set forth is hereby adopted and shall constitute an appropriation for the purposes stated of the sums therein set forth as appropriations, and authorization of the amount of $403,932,000 for county to be raised by taxation, and certification to the County Board of Taxation of the following summary of general revenues and appropriations. Summary of revenues. General revenues, surplus anticipated, 0. Miscellaneous revenues anticipated, $75,466,000. Amount to be raised by taxation for county purposes, $328,466,000. Total general revenues, $403,932,000. Summary of appropriations. General appropriations, operations including contingent, $308,595,150. Capital improvements, $1,500,000. Total debt service, $67,220,209. Deferred charges and statutory expenditures counting, $26,616,641. Total general appropriations, $403,932,000. It is hereby certified that the within budget is a true copy of the budget finally adopted by resolutions of the Board of Chosen Freeholders on the first day of March 2012. It is further certified that each item of revenue and appropriation is set forth in the same amount and by the same title as appeared in the 2012 approved budget, and all amendments thereto, if any, which have been previously approved by the Director of Local Government Services.
Thank you, Margaret. I need a motion to adopt the 2012 county budget as amended.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. At this point in time, before roll call, I call upon the freeholders. Anybody have any comments about our 2012 budget? Any comments?
I do. Thank you, Director.
As Chair of Finance, Freeholder Carol Barrett Valente.
Thank you. As chairperson of the county's finance department, it gives me great pleasure to support and recommend to my fellow freeholders the 2012 Middlesex County operating budget that we will vote on tonight. This budget is $1.4 million less than spending in the 2011 budget. It also is $2.4 million less than the 2010 spending. It incorporates the financial benefits gained from our operational restructuring efforts. Toward the end of this year, we will begin to realize significant savings as we implement our solar projects at our Apple Orchard Lane complex and the county college. At this time, I would like to recognize CFO Al Kashinkas, Joseph Perudi, and their staff, all of the department heads, and of course County Administrator John Pulamina, who have worked tirelessly throughout the budget process. Our continued focus in 2012 will be to provide quality services at costs our residents can afford.
Anybody else? Okay, I do have a statement. Tonight, we will vote to adopt the 2012 Middlesex County operating budget, which slashes spending, streamlines operations, and preserves our AAA bond rating. This is a budget that successfully balances our residents' needs for quality services with our taxpayers' call for cost-effective government. I believe that all the hard work and dedication that has gone into this budget by our staff and the entire Freeholder Board is exactly what we, as elected officials, should do to ensure our residents receive the best services for costs they can afford. So with that, I urge my fellow freeholders to pass this budget because it is a plan that works for our citizens and helps Middlesex County remain the greatest county in the land. Roll call, Margaret.
Freeholder Barrett Valente,
Yes.
Freeholder Polos,
Yes.
Freeholder Rios,
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro,
Yes.
Freeholder Valente,
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Yes. Now, continuing on, we need to consider Resolution 12-0422, which is a Sustainable Economic Growth Improvement Fund grant to Woodbridge Township in the amount of $100,000. Okay, at this point in time, I'd like to open to the public. Any comment on resolution number 12-0422 only? Anyone from the public?
You'll get to talk. I move to close the public portion.
Okay, motion by Freeholder Tamaro, seconded by Freeholder Valente. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Need a motion to adopt the resolution?
So moved.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett Palante,
Yes.
Freeholder Polos,
Yes.
Freeholder Rios,
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro,
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti,
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Yes.
Come up.
And I believe Freeholder Tamaro is going to present the check to Councilman Jim Major from the Township of Woodbridge.
Now that we adopted the budget, I get to hand out the cash. This evening, we're here to present a $100,000 check for the Township of Woodbridge from the Middlesex County Sustainable Energy Growth and Improvement Fund. This grant will go towards a safe crossing that is solar-powered by LED light on Oak Tree Road. And we all know how busy Oak Tree Road is. The Middlesex County Sustainable Economic Growth Improvement Fund project allows us to help municipalities fund energy efficient and not only benefit the environment, but also help save taxpayers' dollars through the savings in future energy costs. I commend Woodbridge for their commitment to safety, energy, efficiency, and cost savings. So here's your check for $100,000. Oh, we'll get our pictures taken.
Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure to be here and to receive this check. And on behalf of Mayor John McCormick, the Woodbridge Township Council, and most importantly, the citizens of Island and Woodbridge Township, we are pleased to have this money and to put it to such good use. Once again, I think this demonstrates the efforts and the cooperation between the Freeholder Board and Woodbridge Township and all the municipalities in the county. This level of cooperation, the synergy that we have, allows all of us to grow and to move in the right direction. Certainly this is something that is correct, it's right, it's sustainable, and it's in an area of our community that is thriving, and it will be put to good use for safety. I'd like to particularly thank Freeholder Polos for your efforts and cooperation working with the mayor. Charlie, thank you. Appreciate your sponsoring this, and we are really happy to get this check, and we'll put it to good use. Thank you again.
Thank you, Jim.
I need a motion to resume the regular order of business.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Commemorative resolutions, Margaret.
First is recognizing Rachel Vandermark of South Brunswick, as she has been named the 2012 Equestrian of the Year by the New Jersey Department of Agriculture. Next is recognizing Robert Kenny, as he is named the 2012 Irishman of the Year by the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick of Central Jersey. Next is recognizing Grain of Wheat Foundation Charity Dinner, honoring the late William Kennedy, past State Deputy of the Knights of Columbus in 2002. Next is recognizing Rob McQuaid as Grand Marshal of the 2012 South Amboy St. Patrick's Day Parade, Ed O'Connor as Deputy Grand Marshal, Harshay Patel as Honorary Grand Marshal, Monsignor John Gordon as Hibernian of the Year, James Williams and Richard Moran as Irishman of the Year, Anna Mae O'Connor as Irish Woman of the Year, and Richard McMahon as Flag Raiser. And recognizing Michael John DeMann Jr. of Boy Scout Troop 466 and John Earl Cobbs III of Boy Scout Troop 53, as they have attained their Eagle Scout status.
I need a motion to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett Palante,
Yes.
Freeholder Polos,
Yes.
Freeholder Rios,
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro,
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti,
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Yes. Freeholder. Carol Barrett Valente to make the presentation.
Whereas it has come to the attention of the Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders that Rachel Vandermark is worthy of special recognition as she was named the 2012 Equestrian of the Year by the New Jersey Department of Agriculture and was honored on January 15th, 2012 at the State Breeders' Luncheon in East Hampton. There's a lot of whereases. Why don't the family
Come on up,
come
Rachel.
up here? And I'm going to quit some of them only because this family, you know, a lot of times, how old were you, Rachel, when you first started? 3? 4? 2 or 3 years old, riding a horse. When I first moved to South Brunswick, I guess that was in 1998. Probably one of the first people I met was your grandpa here, right? And most people that live in New Jersey or live someplace else wouldn't know that you have the best horse farm in South Brunswick, or even a horse farm, right? I mean, and if you drive a car there, it's so beautiful, it's so amazing. But everyone in your family has played such a huge part of South Brunswick. Your grandpa and your grandma, there's just lovely people, your aunts, your uncle, the whole family. And when I read this in the paper, I could read all these whereas, but you are an amazing young woman, and you certainly could not have done it without the love and the support of your family, and the support, I might say, of South Brunswick and the Board of Chosen Freeholders. And we are very, very proud of you. And I look forward to seeing you here many times more in the future on your future endeavors. And perfect. Here, take some with your family. Get all in there without me. Without me. No? All right. Come on. Here.
Let's hear it one more time.
This is your.
I just really want to say thank you to the Middlesex County Freeholders and to all of the citizens of South Brunswick and Middlesex County for the recognition of this great honor. Words can't even describe how honored I am to be able to uphold this title and represent youth horse people in not only Middlesex County but in New Jersey as a whole. And I really look forward to all the opportunities that I'll have throughout the year. So thank you very much for the recognition.
Correspondence?
Each freeholder has been provided with a list of correspondence received by the clerk's office since our last meeting. This correspondence will be kept on file in the office of the clerk of the board for reference.
I need a motion to accept the correspondence.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. I need a motion to adopt the minutes of the following meetings: September 1st and 15th, October 6th and 20th, November 3rd and 21st, December 1st, 15th, and 28th, 2011.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett Volante,
Yes.
Freeholder Polos,
Yes.
Freeholder Rios,
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro,
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti,
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Yes. Reports of freeholders. Freeholder Carol Barrett Volante.
Thank you, Director. As part of the county's continuing restructuring efforts to streamline operations, we are now in the process of focusing our efforts on updating our capital investment master plan. Tonight, the freeholders will be approving Resolution 12-392. which is canceling approximately $2 million of unused balances in various capital projects. More specifically, these infrastructure projects, which have been previously awarded and have been completed under budget. By way of this resolution, we are canceling the remaining balance of these projects and appropriating these dollars towards future capital projects. The purchasing department is working with Direct Energy and our other utility vendors to consolidate our utility billing and convert this billing to an electronic format. This will cut the number of bills that are processed on a monthly basis, allow us to be more efficient, reduce the cost of operations, and provide for quicker payment to our vendors. Thank you, Director. That's my report.
Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholder H. James Paulus.
Thank you, Director. A few items. I'm pleased to announce that especially in light of the adoption of the budget tonight, that the state police has granted $26,800 to our medical examiner's office. I want to thank Dr. Falzone for his efforts in trying to obtain that grant. Dollars will be going into our funds to be able to be utilized for various items and operational issues within that department. The prosecutor's office and myself are working on, through our Department of Public Safety, are working on a new distracted driving program that will be modeled after a program, very successful program in Somerset County. We'll be having some more news on that in the coming weeks. We had a very successful meeting with our Weights and Measures Division the other day, and we looked at some ways to improve efficiency there through using new technology, laptop computers, portable scanners for price checking and so forth in the establishments that they go through throughout Middlesex County. We'll be reporting some more information on that coming up in the next few weeks. There was a transformer fire you may have seen on the news the other night in Edison, rather large fire. We had a great cooperative effort through County Emergency Management, the Fire Marshal's Office. We had to bring foam trucks in from as far as Carteret, I believe. And I believe, and Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't that one of the ones that we purchased through UASI dollars a year ago or so?
Freeholder, foam trailer Department of Homeland Security, foam trailers, the new foam truck for Carteret has been delivered to that.
Okay, but we utilized, I guess, the foam trailer then for that event the other night. So again, how through county resources, through grant dollars, we make these available to all the municipalities. Edison was able to benefit from that foam trailer. And again, job well done to all the forces who were involved with coordinating and organizing that, including our emergency management team. You probably also either read in the paper or saw the news, it was widely covered, about the fire that occurred in South Plainfield. 5 fatalities, 4 injuries, 2 volunteer firemen were hurt. It brings the total of fatal victims as a result of fire in Middlesex County to 9 so far this year. That's a horrible number. It's a very large statistic for us to have to endure in Middlesex County. I can't say enough but implore upon every resident who's here and those who might be watching this to be very vigilant when it comes to fire safety. Normally we talk about these things in October as part of Fire Safety Month, and we do programs in the schools, but we are working right now on trying to do something very quick in the short term to get information out in as many media opportunities as are available to us, because we need to make sure that people are aware of this danger. We need to make sure that parents and family members and business owners are aware that their smoke detectors have to be working. If they are central stationed alarm, that it needs to be operational. They need to have an exit plan for their home or for their business. They need to have a fire protocol for their home or for their business. If you have children, they need to be educated and made aware of what to do and how to do it. It's important, again, that smoke detectors in the homes and in the businesses are battery operated and are never removed for any reason whatsoever, and that they're checked regularly to make sure that they're working properly. Stoves are turned off, electrical devices, curling irons, electric stoves, heaters. Thankfully, we haven't had a very cold winter. We might have had more risk from electric heaters and kerosene heaters that are sometimes put into homes or where people have lost power. We're in a tough economy. A lot of people have lost power, lost energy, and have gone to alternate means to heat their homes. So consider this a public service message tonight to everyone to please be vigilant, to please be aware, please take every precautionary step that you can in your home. If you have children, call them up wherever they may live. Remind them about fire safety. Remind them how important it is that they know how to handle their homes or their businesses so that your grandchildren, your family members are safe. Remind your relatives. This is something that's critical. It's something that's important. It's something that we can't take lightly. In Middlesex County, over the course of the next couple of weeks, we'll be coming out with a significant initiative to remind everyone about these issues and how important it is that we be safe in our homes and take every step possible to ward off any type of fire that might occur. Thank you very much, Director.
Thank you, Freeholder. Deputy Director Ron Rios.
Thank you, Director. As far as my report, as far as administration is, resolution number 120389 on tonight's agenda authorizes an agreement to implement a web-based public notification system that provides the county and participating municipalities the ability to send important notifications to residents quickly and efficiently. This robust calling, texting, and messaging system can deliver thousands of notifications within seconds, providing the county or municipality a state-of-the-art tool to send important information to residents. I will report in more detail on this new service at our next public meeting on March 15th. The Office of Human Resources is currently updating the building access security cards and identification cards for county employees. The new card will have a larger photograph to better identify employees. Additionally, the card will accommodate any existing security access points and the projected lobby security enhancements planned for the county administration building. The Office of Human Resources is currently distributing the sexual harassment and discrimination policy and non-CDL and drug and alcohol policy to the entire county workforce. The Office of Human Resources is also currently updating the county administration building evacuation plan, which is very important, and continued progress.
Thank you, Deputy Director.
I'm sorry. There's one more thing I wanted to mention. A new 1,500 student dormitory is being constructed on the Livingston campus in Piscataway of Rutgers University, with full occupancy planned for September 1st. The Board of Elections is working with Rutgers Student Affairs and the Eagleton Institute to provide these students an opportunity to register to vote for the deadline of October 16th so they could be able to vote in a November presidential election. Thank you, Director.
Thank you. Freeholder Charlie Tumara.
Thank you, Director. On February 3rd at Middlesex County College, there was Give Kids a Smile Day. Each year, the faculty and students join together with the alumni and local volunteer dentists and hygienists to provide free oral health care services to children from low-income families across the county. As always, the Dental Hygiene Department did an outstanding job organizing this event. They even arranged for the Tooth Fairy and Super Fluoride, a superhero, to be on hand to calm the children's fears. I would like to congratulate everyone who took part in making this event such a success, and thank everyone who volunteered their time to help the children in our county who do not have dental insurance and access to regular dental care. I just want to mention my wife's a hygienist, and I was her first patient, and they do a great job. I am also pleased to announce that the Veterans Center at the County College is up and running. This new center offers one-stop assistance to 225 veterans enrolled at the college, as well as veterans interested in enrolling at school. At a recent meeting held in Crabio Hall, the New Jersey Council Centurium for Workforce Development and New Jersey Business and Industry Association Manufacturers Network launched a new program for veterans. Now Middlesex is the lead college to develop a curriculum for potential manufacturing jobs for veterans. And then before I give my next report about the 4-H, I just want to congratulate and thank our County Administrator, John Palomita, and our Finance Department for once again fully funding our county college and our VOTEC school. We kept the levels the same as we did for the last 2 years when the state has been cutting funding for education. Alone in Edison 2 years ago, the governor knocked out $9 million and have restored very little of that money. A lot of programs have been cut, but because of our commitment to the county, we do a great job on making sure that funding is there for our county college and our VOTEC schools. The Middlesex County 4-H Spring Craft and Vendor Fair will be holding a craft fair and fundraiser on Saturday, March 3rd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's this Saturday at the 4-H Center on Cranberry Road in East Brunswick. There will be hands-on crafts for children to make, as well as bake sale from the kitchen, and that will be open. Please call 732-723-9968 for more information. And thank you, Director.
Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholder Blanquita Valente.
Thank you, Freeholder Director. We're reappointing various members through the HIV Planning Council for a 3-year term, and those are listed in our county reports. I also want to urge my fellow freeholders to please reauthorize support grant for Coming Home Incorporated, and this will offset the costs for implementing the county 10-year plan to end homelessness for Middlesex County residents from January the 1st, 2012 to December 31st, 2012, in the amount of $288,000. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you, Freeholder. Mr. Kelso, resolutions to be added,
There are none.
resolutions to be amended,
There are none.
resolutions to be held,
There are none.
resolutions to be voided.
There are also none.
At this point in time, I'd like to open up to the public any resolution that is listed on the agenda. This is to comment on the agenda and any resolutions on that agenda. If anybody's here on the American Recycling resolution, now's your time or opportunity to speak. Remember, there's a 5-minute rule. Sure, ma'am. 5-minute rule, and please indicate your name and address.
My name is Nancy Halupka. I live at 19 McGuire Street in East Brunswick. And I'm here tonight to ask the Board of Freeholders to please deny the application for American Recycling Services to be included into the Middlesex County Solid Waste Management Plan. I would like to bring up a few points that was not covered in the report you received. Mr. Joseph Batrika from East Brunswick, representing Mayor Stahl, stated that this application was entirely different than previous applications, yet American Recycle was not on the agenda for the Planning Board or the Zoning Board at East Brunswick. I contend that the applications for ARS and also the application for M are more similar than different. They were both Class A facilities, recycling facilities. They both wanted to occupy 21 Edgeboro Road. They would both process 200 tons of material daily, and they're both not wanted to be a part of my neighborhood. There's another similar circumstance. In 2005-06, M was really not needed in Middlesex County to process our recyclable materials. Well, American Recycle is not needed either to process the materials that Middlesex County produces, but they will be importing recyclable materials from other counties. So they'll profit from other counties, yet the processing will happen in East Brunswick, so we get dumped on again. Once ARS is allowed to operate, whether you've done a study on noise or pollution or the fact that you think there's not going to be an increase in trucks, if a problem arises, we are now stuck with it. Now, there's one other difference that's pretty important. M, when it was proposed in 2005-2006, we were a united front. The Pine Ridge Neighborhood Association, the East Brunswick Township Council, and the officials from East Brunswick, and you, the Board of Freeholders, all were against M. Well, right now, Pine Ridge Neighborhood stands alone. East Brunswick Town Council is not standing with us. They've had a change of heart. Now, their reasoning was that there was a court ruling in 1998, but they didn't consider that ruling in 2006, and we didn't really have a good explanation of why they wanted to consider the ruling now. The only thing that we can think of is the fact that they're getting a $100,000 voluntary host fee. And lastly, let's define what recyclable materials really are. They're reusable garbage. Our neighborhood already suffers from problems from Edgeboro landfill. We're not confusing the issue here, but we don't need more garbage on the perimeter of our neighborhood. And we don't deserve more garbage on the perimeter of our neighborhood. There are 365 houses in the Pine Ridge neighborhood. Most of the residents there, we love living in East Brunswick. After all, East Brunswick is known as the heart of Middlesex County. Well, if we leave it up to the officials of East Brunswick, we're now going to be known as the dump of Middlesex County. I'm hoping you deny this application and stop this from happening.
Anybody else from the public? Anybody else from the public?
Motion to close.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Does any freeholder have any item to be removed from the consent agenda and voted on separately?
I believe I do. I'm sorry.
I think we have the same one.
I had it here.
0429, I believe.
Which one?
Resolution 12-0429.
That's the one.
Yes, anybody else?
I have Resolution 391.
Anybody else? Okay, Mr. Kelso.
Yes, Freeholder Director, a motion would then be in order to adopt the consent agenda consisting of resolution numbers 12-0378 through 12-0448, excluding resolution 12-0422 and 12-0448, which were previously voted upon, and resolutions 12-0429 and 12-0391 to be voted upon separately.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett Belmonte,
Yes.
Freeholder Polos,
Yes.
Freeholder Rios,
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro,
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti,
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Yes.
And then it would be appropriate to consider resolutions 12-0429, which were excluded by both the Director and Freeholder Valenti.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Tamaro. Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett Belmonte,
Yes.
Freeholder Polos,
Yes.
Freeholder Rios,
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro,
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti,
Yes.
President.
Sorry. President not voting. Excuse me.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
President not voting. Mr. Kelso.
Finally, resolution 12-0391, which was excluded by Freeholder Tamaro.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett Belmonte,
Yes.
Freeholder Polos,
Yes.
Freeholder Rios,
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro,
President not voting.
Freeholder Valenti,
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Yes. At this point in time, I'd like to open the meeting up to the public for any item, any public discussion on any item.
Motion to close.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Meeting adjourned.